Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 3. Yes, day number 3, week 4, spring 2024 of our journey together. Yes, day number 3, spring 2024 of our journey together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday the, should I say, Wednesday the 31st of January. Today is the last day of January. Did you all know that? The very last day of January, January 2024. January took a long to go, but it's finally gone. And that's the first month of 2024. And you all 1 month closer to your exams. So hopefully you get that sense of urgency. And if you were joking before, you would put on, would like to say, start to pull up your socks and tie your shoes and make sure that you are, have that sense of urgency as we move forward to prepare for these exams. Our subject is, of course, mathematics. We're going to begin with mathematics. And our topic is the last few days, which was what? The last few days we have been doing, what topic we've been on? Anyone remember?
Salary and wages.
Salary and wages, very good. Salary and wages. What we did previously, we did ratios, we did ratios, we did simple interest, we did hire purchase, and this week we're doing salary and wages. So that's 4 topics. What I want to do for today is I don't want you all to forget what we learned. So what I want to do today is I want to review ratios, simple interest, hire purchase, and salary and wages. So it's going to be a question that contains 4 of those big topics. All right, so we're going to try to put it together. Hopefully we can get everything moving with that. So that's what we're going to start off with. So I want to have that in the mix so we can understand where we are. So we're going to say, let's call it mixed review. And it's going to be review for those who are here. For those who are not here, it's going to be, you're going to get it for the first time. So ratios, simple interest, hire purchase, and what's the last one? Salary and wages, or wages and salary.
Excuse me, Ms. Petit. IXL, right?
Yeah, still continue on that. Try to get a 90 and above. If you cannot get the 100, all right?
That's all.
Because I don't want you there forever on that. I thought that was gonna be a breeze for y'all. That's why I gave y'all, what it was, 7?
I saw that 90.
It's about 90, okay. Where is Niall?
Yes, sir.
Did you see the thing? Did I send you anything? No way, I didn't send you anything, no?
No, sir.
Okay. Let me send it to you now. All right, I sent it to you, Naya. Just follow the instructions and do that. Okay, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's begin. So we're gonna do mixed review, ratio, simple interest, hire purchase, and salary and wages. Out of those 4 topics, which one do you think is the easiest?
Ratio.
Ratios.
Ratios, yeah.
Simple interest.
Simple interest.
Ratio.
Ratios. Okay. Which one do you think is the hardest?
Salary and wages.
Higher
Salary and-
prices.
Higher
All of them
purchase.
kind of
Higher
easy, but I
purchase.
guess I have to say simple interest. No,
Simple
higher
interest.
purchase.
Simple
Higher
interest.
purchase.
Higher purchase. Okay. What's so hard about salary and wages? What's so hard about that? So I want to figure out. Salary and wages should be easy. So we're gonna do the 4. So let's see how good you are with these topics. The first one is going to be ratio. We're gonna do a ratio question. The next one is going to be simple interest question. Then a higher purchase question. Then a salary and wages question. To me, I think, this is my opinion, but this may be different from you all. To me, it seems that I think higher purchase is probably the hardest out of the 4. It's either higher purchase or simple interest, but ratios and IR is good. And then because for simple interest, you must remember the formula. So yes, I think simple interest is the hardest. Yeah, that'll be the hardest, because if you don't remember the formula, then you won't get the question right. And can someone, you know what, if you know the formula, put it inside the chat. What is the formula for simple interest? If you know the formula for simple interest, put it inside the chat for me. If you know the formula for simple interest, put it inside the chat for me, please. Put the formula for simple interest inside the chat. So we're gonna go over simple interest, higher purchase, ratios, and wages and salary. That would be a recap of the month of January. Or January, like we say in proper English. All right, then salary and wages. Salary and wages, what we've been doing so far. Salary and wages it didn't take us long at all. It just took us like what, 2 days. So that's pretty neat. So salary and wages, it's pretty easy and it's very practical. Okay, good. So simple interest, you keep that in blue. Higher purchase, we're gonna change that to with orange, and then salary and wages. What color we can give you? Salary and wages. Maybe we can give you a gray. Okay, good. Where's it's Kennedy here? Keep on calling Paige and Kennedy. Okay, you still working on the quizzes? Or are you finished with them?
Afternoon, Ms. Vijay.
Good afternoon, Clement.
Is this the first slide?
This is we haven't gone to the second slide. It's the first slide.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Kennedy. You finished the quizzes, or are you still working on them? I could barely hear you. You're very low.
I'm on the 4th one.
You're very low. What's up with your mic?
Hold on, can you hear me now?
Say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little better. What you on now? Say it again.
I said I'm on the 4th one.
The 4th one. Okay. But you didn't send me you're not sending me the screenshots of your grade. So please do that. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Ms. Petit.
Hello?
Yeah,
No,
makes sense.
no problem.
But they was
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Naya. You saying something?
Yes, sir. My name isn't on the PDF that you sent me.
Naya Seymour. Your name ain't there?
No, sir.
Your name is not there on that list.
It isn't. unless it's supposed to be summa summa.
No. Well, summer.
Oh, summa, my bad.
That's fine. Okay, I have your name on the roster. I just didn't put in that thing then. So let me send it to you individually, and then you can
Yes,
start with
sir.
the quizzes.
Thank
All right.
you.
No problem. All right, so let's begin with this question. This is going to be a ratio question. The first question says, Ron, let me do this. Where's the Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Make sure do not go on YouTube or any other foolish websites. You hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Johnny?
Yes, sir.
Don't go on them websites. Stay focused on what you're supposed to be doing, because I don't want you to get embarrassed like you did yesterday. Okay, so Ron, Davis, and Charisse, say and Charisse, shared.
Excuse me, Vijit.
Mm-hmm.
David or Davis?
We could go with David. Let's go with David. So Ron, David, and Charisse shared $3,600 in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4, respectively. The first question says, calculate the amount of money that
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
mm-hmm,
May I use the restroom, please?
yes, we can. Calculate the amount of money that Charisse received. Okay, good question. So now, for those of you who are here, or for those of you who know how to do this particular question, do you know how you're going to get the amount that Charisse received?
1 equal part.
What's
Yes,
the first
sir.
name? Mm-hmm, go ahead, tell me.
You add the ratios together, 2 plus 3 plus 4, and your answer is 9.
Nine.
And then after that, what we
Then
do?
Then you divide 9 by 3,600.
Mm-hmm.
The answer will be $400. Then
Okay.
you multiply 400 by 4 because that's Cherie's ratio.
Okay.
Then when you multiply 400 by 4, you get 1,600. That's how much money Cherie's received.
So you're telling me that the first thing I must do is I must find what is 1 equal part first.
Yes, sir.
Good. And how do we find what is 1 equal part? Anyone remember?
Add 3 ratios.
Add the
then
3 ratios and then divide by
3,600.
3,600. Very good. Good. So let's do that. Naya. That is crazy. Okay. So let's do that. You know what? Do it and put your answers inside the chat. Let me see what y'all get. What is 1 equal part? Not the answer, but put what is 1 equal part inside the chat. What is 1 equal part? Put that answer inside the chat. What is 1 equal part? Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, like, what is this name? what's his name? Claremont said. We need to first figure what is 1 equal part. Now 1 equal part, we get that by, we have to add 2 plus 3 plus 4, right? And so if we add those, we have to add it and then divide it by 3,600. So when we add that, because we have to figure out what is 1 equal part. If we figure out what is 1 equal part, then we can be able to find what did Sharice get, all right? And so we have to divide it. 1 equal part is going to be 3,600 divided by what? Divided by the sum of 2 plus 3 plus 4. And that's going to be equal to 1 equal part. 1 equal part equals to 3,600 divided by what? Divided by what?
9.
Divided by 9. Very good. And what is 3,600 divided by 9?
400.
400.
Good. So 3,600 divided by 9 is 400.
Then we will do 400 multiplied by 4
Why by 4?
because that is the ratio is 2, 3, and 4. The way I look at it, her name is last and 4 is last, so that's what I did out of my head because I'm not
Okay.
really in ratios, so I'm just learning
You're
it.
just guessing. Okay.
Yeah.
Is he right? We want to figure out the amount that Sharice received.
Yes, so he's right.
Okay, good. So for Sharice, we're gonna do. Notice that Sharice name comes what? The third one, right?
Yeah, so
Good,
last.
good. So Ron is for 2, right? And Ron gets 2 equal parts. David gets what? 3 equal parts. And Sharice gets 4 equal parts, right? So she gets the most. And so it's gonna be 4 multiplied by what?
400.
4 multiplied by 400. Very good.
And you would get 1,600.
So 4 multiplied by 400. 4 multiplied by 400. And that's going to be equal to
1,600.
4 multiplied by 400. So 4 multiplied by 400 is 1,600. So 1,600. Okay. And so that's how we're going to get the amount that Sharice got. All right. Aaron, do you understand how we got that? Here's Aaron. Aaron, where are you? I can't hear from Aaron for some reason. Malia, do you understand how we got the answer for Sharice? 1,600. Can y'all hear me? Because I'm not hearing from
Yes,
Malia
sir.
and okay.
It's just
Okay. Where's Amari? Amari, are you there? Where's Amari?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Do you understand how we got 1,600?
No, sir. This is my first time doing ratios.
First time. So what we do is we have to, you see the 2, the 3, and the 4?
Yes, sir.
We have to add them, right? So you add them together and then you divide them by 3,600 because you're trying to get what is 1 equal part. Now once you get what is 1 equal part, which is 400, because 3,600 divided by 9 is 400, you're gonna multiply that by 4. You're gonna multiply that by 4. You're gonna multiply it by 4 because Sharice
4 is
got
the highest number.
no, because Sharice came third, and 4 is the third number in the ratio.
Yes, sir.
Understand? So that's
Yes,
why
sir.
we
I
use 4.
understand.
So it's gonna be 4 times 400, which is 1,600.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Johnny, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain how we got 1,600 since you understand. By the way, please write this down. Again, please write this down.
First, we divide 3,600 by
by 2 plus 3 plus 4, and that'll give us 3,600 divided by 9, and then you get $400.
Mhm.
And then you multiply 4 by $400, and that'll give you 1,600.
Very good. Very good answer. What's his name? Joseph. Joseph, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how to do this?
Yes, sir.
You remember?
So
So how are we gonna get, so the next question is, that's part A. My next question is, this is part B. My next question is, how are we gonna get, we wanna calculate Ron's share. So I wanna know what Ron got. How are we gonna get that, Joseph? I wanna know how much Ron got.
you say 3,600 divided by 2.
Divided by 2? No. We already know that 1 equal part is 400, so we're gonna do it that 1 equal part.
Mm-hmm.
Calculate Ron's share. How many equal parts does Ron have?
How many equal parts?
Mm-hmm.
2.
He has what? This is for Joseph. How many equal parts does Ron have? So
I do.
so Sharice has 4, right? I'm talking to you,
Yes, sir.
Sharice has 4. David has what?
Good afternoon, Mr. Badi.
Good afternoon. David has what?
There's 3.
David has 3, and Ron has what?
2.
Ron has 2. So if you want to find out what is Ron's share, you're gonna multiply 2 by what?
400.
Very good. So now to find out what Ron's share is, we're gonna multiply 2 by what? By
400.
by 400. So 2 multiplied by 400. And that's gonna be equal to 2 multiplied by 400. We get what?
800.
$800.
$800. Very good. $800. All right. And why do we use 400?
Because it is the 1 equal part.
Very good. That is the 1 equal part. And why do we multiply it by 2?
Because that was Ron's share.
Very good. That was Ron's share. All right. Where's Demetria? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got B?
Mr. Petit, before you move on to the
Excuse me,
question.
Mr. Petit.
One moment.
I
Demetria,
don't understand.
say it again.
We never do this in school.
Say it again, Demetria.
We never do this in school.
Okay. So you want me to explain it over?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my question is, how much money we have to share between the 3 people? How much money we have to share?
3,600.
Very good. And how many equal parts does Ron get?
2,
2. How about David?
3,
And how about Charisse?
4.
4. Very good. So Ron gets 2 equal parts, David gets 3 equal parts, and Charisse get 4. Now, in order for us to figure out the amount that Charisse received, we have to add 2 and 3 and 4, add them together, right? So we add 2 plus 3 plus 4, and we get what?
9.
9. Then we take the 9 and we divide it with 3,600, and that gives us 400. Okay. So 400 is 1 equal part, but we know that Charisse got 4 equal parts. So that's why we multiply 4 by what?
400.
And that gives us 1,600. Do you see how we get it now?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now if we want to figure out what Ron's share is, we're gonna multiply it by 2. Why are we multiplying it by 2? Because that's the amount of equal parts that Ron got, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Any other questions before I go?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Mr. Petit.
Mr. Petit, how do you, what you say 400 was again? Like, I forgot what you say.
1 equal part.
Like, what does like 1 equal part mean inside like the ratio?
What does it mean? Well,
So-
each person get a certain amount of equal parts. So, as you can see, Ron gets 2 equal parts, and David gets 3 equal parts, and then Sharice get 4 equal parts. So if we could figure out what is 1 equal part, just multiply it by the number that's inside the ratio, and that's going to tell us the amount that they got. But you need to figure what is the equal part first, the 1 equal part. And then you could multiply it around to get their actual amount. So
Yeah.
do not use that word okay. Keep on telling that from day 1.
Yes, sir.
So the next question is calculate the amount. Let's say calculate David's share.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
May I use the bathroom, please?
Yeah. So calculate David's share, right? Calculate David's share. How are we gonna get David's share? What are we gonna do? Anyone can answer.
You multiply
400 times 3
We multiply 400 by what?
3.
by
400
3.
by 3. Very good. Why by 3?
That's how much share David
Share.
get.
Say it again.
That's how much share David gets. 3
Very
share.
good. That's the very good. That's the share for David. David got 3 shares. So we're gonna multiply 3 by what? By
400.
400.
400.
Very good. And 3 times 400 is gonna be what?
1,200.
1,000 what?
200.
1,200. Very good. And so that's how we could get the answer for this one. Good. Any questions on this? Let me know if you have any questions. I need to increase the size of this box. All right. Good. So the first thing that we did for this one, we had to figure out, they said that, let me ask someone to explain it. Aliana, can you explain how we got our answers?
Yes, so for A, calculate
Start by
the
reading the
amount of
question.
money
Start by reading the question.
Ron, David, and Cherie shared $3,600 in the ratio 2, 3, and 4, respectively.
No, that's not how you
A,
read it.
calculate them.
You read it as 2 to 3 to 4. So go ahead, read it again.
Ron, David, and Cherie shared $3,600 in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4, respectively. A, calculate the amount of money that Cherie received. 1 equal part. So we used 3,600 because that's how much money they had to split, and divided it by the total of 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 9. So 3,600 divided by 9 is 400. And since Cherie's share was 4, we multiplied 4 by 400, which gave us 1,600.
Very good.
B, calculate Ron's share. B and C is also similar to A. So for B, we used 2 because 2 is Ron's share. So we multiplied 2 by 400, which gave us 800. And David's share, we multiplied 3 because 3 is David's share by 400, which is 1,200.
Very good. So that's how we do a ratio problem. Okay. So what you do is you add up the ratio and then you divide it by the amount of money that you want to share or split up. And then after that, after you already divide it, you get your 1 equal part. And then you multiply the numbers that are inside the ratio by the equal part. Okay, so that is ratio.
I have a question, Mr. Petit, before you go on.
Mm-hmm.
Will you get the 1 equal part from whenever you divide the numbers you add up and
Yes.
divide up the amount of money?
Yes, that's how you get the equal part.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so let's go to the next question. The next question is going to be a simple interest question. So let's go here. So ratio, all of ratio is week 1. So we started off with. Let's go to week 2. Week 2, we dealt with simple interest. And let's go to this question. It says, Rashad borrowed So we said Rashad borrowed, let's say $5,000. So simple interest deals with borrowing money, getting loans and stuff like that. Or I could deal with investing, right? So Rashad borrowed $5,000 from the bank for 2 years at 9% simple interest per annum. Can anyone remember what per annum means? Per annum, what does per annum mean?
Per year.
Yearly.
Per year or yearly. Very good. So Rashad borrowed $5,000 from the bank for 2 years at 9% simple interest per annum. The first question says, calculate A. Let me move this. Let's take up space. Calculate. No, I don't want that. Can't be. Yeah, calculate A. How much interest? Rashad is charged. So how much interest is Rashad charged? Good. So how are we gonna get that? We want to figure out the amount of interest that he is charged. What are we gonna do? Also quiet. No one remember? We're gonna get the amount of interest that he is charged. What are we gonna do?
The formula, we have to set up the formula first. So
What's the formula says?
P times R times T.
Very good. So simple interest is gonna be equal to principal. What does P stands for?
Principal.
Mm-hmm. Times what?
Rate.
Times rate.
Times rate. Times what?
Time.
Times time. All over what?
100.
All over 100. Very good. So simple interest is gonna be principal times rate times time all over 100. Okay, good. So that's what we have. Okay, so in this case, I don't remember what color I should use. Yellow. Yeah, yellow brings it up. Okay, so what is the principal? What is the principal?
5,000.
Principal is 5,000. What's the rate? Now we get 5,000 because we get 5,000 because that is the amount that he borrowed, right? So the amount borrowed is the principal. What is the rate? The rate is going to be what?
9%.
9%. Very good. 9%. And what is the time?
2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 2 years. Very good. And so it's got the simple interest is going to be 5,000 times 9 times 2 all over what?
100.
All over 100. So we could do is I could actually increase this just so we could have more space. Okay, so good. So we have more space. All right, so now we can cancel out, right? What can we cancel out?
Just
2
zero.
zeros from 5,000 and 2 zeros from 100.
Very good. We can cancel the 2 zeros from 5,000 and the 2 zeros from 100. So this one and this one will go along with this one and this one. So we are left with what? The simple interest, SI, is going to be equal to what? 50, right? Multiplied by what?
9.
Multiplied by 9. Multiplied by what?
2.
Multiplied by 2. All over what?
100.
100?
1.
I thought we already got rid of the
1.
zeros.
1.
All over 1.
One.
Very good. All over 1. So that means that the simple interest is going to be equal to what is 50 times 9 times 2?
900.
9 times 2 is 900. Did anyone else get 900? 900 is the answer. Hello, I'm talking to you all. I'm not talking to
Yes, sir.
myself. Did anyone else get 900?
I did.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so that's how we got the 900. We have to use the formula. So the formula for simple interest is principal times rate times time all over 100. We know that the P is for principal, so that's why we get the 5,000. We know that the R is for rate. So the rate is going to be the interest rate. And so the interest rate is 9, all right? And then time is going to be time in years. So it's going to be 2 years, and we divide that all over 100. And so we have principal, which is 5,000, the rate, which is 9, and time, which is 2 all over 100. And then we cancel out the 2 zeros. And now we have 50 times 9 times 2 all over 1. And our answer is definitely 900. Where is Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain it to me.
So,
Start from, yeah, there we go. Start from reading the question.
Rashad borrowed $5,000 from the bank for 2 years at 9% simple interest per annum. And we have to calculate how much Rashad is charged. So we have to multiply the principal, the rate, and the time, which is 5,000 times 9 times 2 over 100. And once we have to cancel the 2 zeros out of the 5,000 and the 100, and that leaves us as 50 and 1. 50 times 9 times 2 over 1, and that just leaves us 900.
Very good. Manaz Russell, where's Manaz? Manaz Russell, are you there? Can't hear from Manaz Russell. Kiajane Bethel, are you there? Kiajane Bethel. Kiajane, do you understand how we get the answer? Kiajane, do you understand how we got our answer, Kiajane? Okay. Where's Mark? Mark, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answer of 900?
Yes, sir.
Explain it to me. Start by reading the question and explain how we got 900.
Rashad borrowed 5,000 from the bank for 2 years at 9% simple interest per annum.
Annum, per annum.
Annum. Collect how much interest.
Calculate
how much interest Rashad is charged. The principal is 5,000 times 9.
What is
times
9? 9 is the what?
9 is the rate. I mean
That's
rate.
correct, the interest rate.
And then 2 is the time.
Yes.
Over 100.
Mm-hmm.
And you cross out the zeros that you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
And you get 50 times 9 times 2.
Yes.
Over 1.
Yes.
Is 900.
Very good. Very good. And so that's how we're going to get the interest that is charged. Where's Talia? Or Talia? Talia or Talia, are you there? Can't hear from where's Tyrone? Tyrone, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got an answer of 900?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So the next question is going to be the next part of the question is gonna ask us, okay, now we already know how much interest is charged. So how much? So let me ask this question. It's gonna be the next part. So part B says, okay, well, calculate the total amount he must repay to the bank. Calculate the total amount he must repay to the bank. So how are we gonna do that? If we want to figure out the total amount that he must repay to the bank, what are we gonna do?
Subtract 900 from 5,000.
Subtract 900 from 5,000. No. We want to.
I think add 900 to 5,000.
Very good. We have to add. And what word inside of this question gives you a hint that you're gonna add? What word?
Total amount. So
Total. Very good. So total. So because they say total, that means that we must add. So it's gonna be, excuse me, gonna be 5,000 because that's the principal, right? So he has to pay the principal back, obviously. He has to pay the amount that he borrowed back, $5,000, but he also have to pay the interest that is accumulated during the time that he was paying it back. So 5,000 plus 900 is going to give us what?
5,900.
5,900, and that's going to be the amount that he must repay to the bank. All right. That's going to be the total amount that he must repay to the bank. So we have to add. So we add 5,000 plus 900, and that's going to give us our total. Okay, Kyle. Well, not Kyle. Joseph Kalma, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Dante Davel? Do you understand? Dante Davel. Where's Dante Davel? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in the work from yesterday?
It was in the class yesterday.
It was in the class yesterday, yesterday was Monday. How about on Monday?
No.
How about on Monday?
Yeah.
Were you class on Monday?
Yes, sir, I sent the note.
Okay. Demetria, where's Demetria Edgecombe? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got 5,900?
No, sir.
No? Okay. You ever did simple interest in school?
No, sir.
Okay, so for simple interest, you have to remember this formula. The formula says principal times rate times time. The principal is 5,000. Okay. The rate is 9. That's the interest rate. And then the T is time. And the time is always in years. So that's why we use 2. Okay. So that's where we get the 5,000 from, the 9 from, and the 2 from. And then we have to divide by 100. But what could be canceled out there, Demetria? Can we cancel?
The 2 zeros.
The 2 zeros, very good. If we cancel the 2 zeros, right, we are left with what? 59 and what? 9 and 2, right? All over 1. And then when we multiply them all, 50 times 9 times 2, we get 900. All right. So it's very important that you remember the formula. If you don't remember the formula, then you're not going to be able to get the answer. You have to remember the formula. Principal times rate times time, all over 100. And then, so that's how we get the interest. So that's the interest. But if we want to find out the total amount, right? In order to figure out the total amount that he must repay to the bank, you have to add. So you have to add 5,900 to get 5,900, and that's how you're going to get the total amount. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so the next part, so this is week 1. Week 1 was ratios. Week 2, we did simple interest. And then week 3, which was just last week, we did hire purchase. Right, so hire purchase deals with when you have to, when you have to purchase an item and, you don't have enough money to purchase it in cash. So you say, you know what, since I don't have enough money to purchase in cash, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a hire purchase plan. Now, typically, which one is more expensive? The hire purchase plan or paying it in cash? Which one is typically more expensive?
The higher purchase plan.
Hire purchase plan. Very good. Hire purchase plan. So, so that's what you have to remember whenever you do a hire purchase problem, or whenever you are faced with that scenario. Hire purchase plan typically is more expensive. Okay, so let's do another question. So we can say the cash price so question number 3. Question number 3 says that the cash price of a furniture, let's say of a cabinet, is $900. It can also be bought on hire purchase by paying a 20% deposit followed by 12 monthly payments of $75 each. First thing first, calculate the amount of the deposit. Calculate the amount of the deposit. So we want to calculate the amount of the deposit. So we know that based on this question, that the cash price, how much, if I were to buy this cash, how much would this cost me? If I were to buy it cash. If I were to buy this cabinet cash, how much would it cost me?
That's $900.
That's
How much?
$900.
How much it would cost me?
$900.
$900 if I were to pay
$900.
it cash, right? But if I use a hire purchase plan, what I need to do is I need to give I need to give a deposit, and the deposit is 20% of what?
5 months.
20% of 20% of the cash.
20% of 900.
Very good. 20% of the cash price, right? So what that means is that what we're gonna do is we're going to, in order to figure out the amount of the deposit, what's another word for deposit? Anyone can remember? What's another word for deposit?
Down payment.
Down
payment.
Very good. In order to figure out the amount of the down payment or the amount of the deposit, what I need to do is I need to do 20% of what? 20% of what?
900.
Very good. 20% of
900.
900. So that's going to be 20%. And when we say 20%, that's going to be 20 over what?
100.
20 over 100. Right? Multiplied by
900.
900. Multiplied by 900. All over.
1.
All over
1.
Good. Okay, so anything we could cancel out? Anything that we
Zero.
from the 900.
the zeros from the 900 and the zero from the
And
what?
the 100.
100.
Very good. The zero from the 900 and the zero from 100. So we could cancel this one out with this one. And we can cancel out this with this. Okay. And so it's going to be equal to, it's going to be equal to 20 over what?
1.
20 over 1 multiplied by what?
9 over 1.
9 over 1. Very good.
Which is 180 over 1.
And so 20 times 9 is what?
180.
180.
Really? 20 times 9 is 180? Yes. So
Yes, sir.
that means that the deposit is going to be what? $180. All right. Where's Akiro? Akiro, are you there? Where's Akiro? Akiro Pelican, are you there? Oh, I can't hear from Akiro. Hello, Akiro?
Yes, sir.
Why can't I hear from you? Why you not responding when I call your name?
My laptop twitching out. I don't know why.
Okay. Do you understand how we got the $180?
Sir.
You said no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Explain it. Start by reading the question. Explain how we got the 180.
The cash price of a cabinet is $900. It can also be bought on hire purchase by a 20% deposit followed by 12 monthly payments of $75 each. Calculate the amount of the deposit.
Okay. So how we gonna get an answer?
First, we use the purchase by using a 20% deposit followed by the monthly payments. So we use that over 100. The $900 is the cash price of the cabinet over 1. Then we get
Yeah, well. You're breaking up, Akiro. Can y'all hear him? Because I cannot hear him.
No, sir.
Okay. Any other volunteer want to explain how we got 180?
I'll do it.
I have a question. Okay.
Go ahead. Someone is saying that they have a question.
Me.
Go ahead, Demetra.
How you get the 100?
100 at the bottom
Yes, sir.
because it's a 20%. Where's it? 20%. So because it's percentage, we're gonna use the 100 at the bottom. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Go ahead. I think Jevin wanted to explain it. Go ahead, Jevin.
The catch price of a cabinet is 900. It can also be bought on hire purchase by paying a 20% deposit followed by 12 monthly payments of $75 each.
$25
A
each.
$75 each. A calculate the amount of deposit. So you do 20 over 100 times 90 over
times 900 times 900 over 1.
You cross out the zeros from 100 and 900. And that gives you 20 over 1 times 9 over 1. And the answer is 180.
180, very good. Any questions on that? Good, so we got 180. So the next question is we want to figure out, what I want to know is, we already got 180. What I want to know is what is going to be the total of the monthly payments. So the total of the monthly payments. All right, so the total of the monthly payments. So we want the total of the monthly payments. So how are we gonna get that? You want the total of the monthly payments.
Multiply.
Say it again.
Multiply by 12. and you'll get
Multiply 75 by
12.
Why are we using 75? And why are we
Because
using
that's
12?
the number of monthly payments that you have the down pay that you have to pay to be able to add up to 900.
So what you need is 12 months, right? On each
Yes,
month we
sir.
have to pay what?
$75.
Good. So it's gonna be 12 multiplied by
75, and you will get 900.
900 again? It's 2 900s? That's
So
crazy. So 12 times 95. It's
I
gonna
thought it
be
was 75, 75.
75, yeah.
75.
It's gonna be equal to
900.
Good.
so 12 times 75 equals to 900. So that means that the total monthly payments is also 900. Okay, good. So we got that the total monthly payments is the total amount, the total of the monthly payments is 900. And so the final question is going to be, I want to figure out what is the total cost of the cabinet on hire purchase.
I have the answer, and I have the way to do it too.
Okay, go ahead. What you think?
You for A is to calculate the amount of the deposit. And the answer would be you got 180 for that, and then you pay the total monthly payment for the 12 months. After you do $75 per month, you get 900. You would add the 900 plus 180, and you will get $1,080.
Is he correct? Do we add them or we subtract them?
You added.
Correct.
Okay. How do you know that it's adding?
Because the term says total.
Yeah, very good. So they asked us for the total cost of the cabinet, right? So we're gonna add 900 with what? Well, let's do 180 first. Plus what?
Plus
900.
900, and you'll get 1,000.
And we get 1,080. Very good. So 180 plus 900 is 1,080. Okay, good. Ashton, where's Ashton? Brianna Rule, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. How about you, KFAT percentage? Do you understand how we got answer?
Yes, sir.
Bri, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. How about you, Dion? Do you understand how we got answer? Dion?
Yes, sir.
Okay, explain it for me, please.
Okay, so first it says calculate the amount of the deposit. So you would take the 20% and put it over 100, and then you would multiply that by 900 over 1. So you would cancel out the 2 zeros and 900 and 100, and that would leave you with 20 times 9 over 1, which would equals to 180. Then after that, you would find the total monthly payment, and the monthly payment is 12, and the cash is 75 each. That would equals to $900. Then it just says the total cost of the cabinet on higher purchase is 180 plus 900 would equals 1,080.
Where we get the 180 from?
You get it from answer from 8.
So you get it from the deposit, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, and then the final should I say the final type of question? So simple interest, sorry, ratio was week 1, simple interest was week 2, higher purchase was week 3. Yes, go ahead, Aaron.
I have to go get my daddy from the hospital.
Okay, you can go. Clement, I can't hear you. Oh, he says mic is not working. All right, so let's go on to salary and wages question. Where is Kennedy? Kennedy, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. What do you want? What are you working on now? What your smart score is?
My smart score is 95.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow, let me see. Let me see if that's true. Let me check.
Okay, let me screenshot it.
No, I can check on my side. Kennedy. Live classroom, let's see. Andrea. Okay, Andrea started the thing. Okay, 95 now. Very good. Very good. Are they easy for you, Kennedy?
No, sir.
Pardon?
No, sir. I started one nearly 5-6 times.
But now you're getting it.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So you start over nearly 5-6 times. So that's a badge of honor. How about you, Zaria? What What's your smart score is? Where's Zaria? Zaria?
Yes, sir.
What your smart score is?
Pardon?
What your smart score is?
94.
94. Very good.
Yes, sir.
And Juan, what's your smart score is?
74.
74. You understanding it?
Yes, sir.
This is the first one or the second one?
The second one.
Second one, okay. All right, let's continue on. Okay, so the wages and salary is what we've been doing all this week. Should be pretty easy question. And so let's go ahead and do wages and salary. Or salary and wages. Okay, so here's a question everyone should know how to answer. When we're doing double time, right? Double time, what does that mean in terms of overtime?
It means to
Multiply by
multiply
two.
by
Multiply
two.
by 2. I think Shion, you was in there, right? So you have to write this down. Where's Shion?
Yes, sir.
When we say double time means multiply by 2. So write that down for me. Double time means multiply by 2. So whenever we're talking about overtime, when we mention double time, we mean multiply by 2. Also, when we say time and a half, what do we have to multiply by?
1.5.
1.5.
1.5. Very good. So that's the next one. That's the next one. Shion. When we say double time, when we say time and a half, we mean multiply by 1.5. We say,
So so you say double time is multiplied by 2?
yeah, double time is multiplied by 2. Time and a half is multiplied by 1.5. Okay. And then how about class? How about when we say time and a quarter? What we have to multiply by?
A quarter? 25.
Time and a
One.
quarter. Time and a
Yeah.
quarter. What do we have to multiply by?
1.25. 1.25.
1.25. Very good. 1.25. And where's Myla? Is Myla here?
I'm right here, sir.
Okay. When we say time and 3/4, what we have to multiply by?
You have to multiply 1.75. 1.75.
Very good. 1.75. Okay, good. So that's what you have to write down.
Mr. Petit, you say
Shion.
time and a half is multiplied by
1.5.
okay.
And time and 3/4. What is time and 3/4?
1.75.
1.75.
1.75. Very good. Okay, so let's continue with this question. It says the following. This is number 4. Question number 4 says the following. It says, Mistress Ferguson works for $7.40 per hour for a 40-hour week. Part A says, calculate. Can you all see this? Or I need to change the color. Let me see.
No, sir, I can't. I guess gonna tell you, you have to bring it over some more.
Okay, calculate her wages for a 40-hour week. So I think we did something like this yesterday. We want to figure out her wages for a 40-hour work week. And she's paid $7.40 an hour. So how are we going to do that? We're going to say what?
Multiplies 7.
We're gonna multiply
40.
Multiply what?
$7.40 by
$7.40 by what?
40.
40.
By 40. Very good. So it's going to be answer.
I can't see it, Mr. Petit.
You can't see it? Okay. Once I enlarge it, then you could be able to see it. Because it's small space. Let me come on with this side. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Is it better? Oh no. Let me go back. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, good. Let's come over. So for $7 and what? 40 cents multiplied by $40, right? I mean 40 hours. And what y'all get when y'all multiply it to $7.40 multiplied by 40.
296.
Very good. 296. 296. So that means that for this 40-hour work week, she's paid $296. So that's like a basic, a basic wage for 1 week of 40 hours, all right? Now, overtime, this is part B. Overtime is paid at a rate of time and a half.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
for number 4, you put Mrs. Ferguson works for $7.40 per hour for a 40 week. It's supposed to be 40-hour week.
Thank you. For a 40-hour work week. So overtime is paid at time and a half. Ashton, how are we gonna calculate? How are we gonna determine or calculate the amount paid for 1 hour overtime? Ashton, how do we do that?
Can you repeat again, please?
Say it again.
Can you repeat again, please?
We know that overtime is paid at a rate of time and a half. Calculate the amount paid for 1 hour of overtime.
It's supposed to be 1.5 times 40.
Why are you multiplying by 40? We want to multiply by how much he is paid an hour?
7.
7.40, I mean.
Very good. So we're gonna multiply 1.5 by what?
Times 7.40.
Very good. 1.5 multiplied by 740. 1.5 multiplied by 740. That's gonna be equal to what? So yeah. What y'all get when you multiply it?
$111.
111. You sure 111?
11.1.
11.1. So she's paid $11 and what?
10 cents.
10 cents. Very good. For what? 1 hour of overtime. So she's paid $11.10 for 1 hour of overtime.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
we have homework for this week.
No, we don't. You want us to? They could assign it.
No, sir.
No, not this week. But we are due for some homework. That's what, 2 weeks I didn't give out any homework. So we definitely do for some homework. Definitely do. All right. Calculate the amount paid for 1 hour overtime. Okay, then part C. Part C says last week she worked 47 hours. How many hours of overtime? How many hours overtime did she work?
She worked 7 hours overtime.
Say it again.
She worked 7 hours overtime.
7 hours overtime.
How y'all get that? 7
You would
hours?
multiply 40 from 40.
Multiply.
No, multiply.
Wow.
Subtract.
Wow.
40 from 40.
We are what?
Subtract 40
Subtract
from
what?
47.
47 hours from what? And
40.
what? So 40 hours from 47. So it's gonna be 40 hours minus 47 hours minus 40 hours, which is gonna be what?
7 hours.
7 hours. Very good. So she worked 7 hours of overtime. That's a lot. It's almost all day. So she worked 7 hours of overtime. And so the next question obviously is going to be, okay, well, how much did you get paid, right? So calculate her overtime pay. And to calculate her overtime pay, do you remember how to do that one? You want to calculate her overtime pay? What must we
Yes, sir.
do?
Yes, sir.
What must we do?
Multiply 7 times 11.10.
Multiply 7 by what?
11 and 10 cents.
Yeah,
$11.
very good. Waterfall, I see you trying to say something, but your mic is not working.
Sorry, my apologies.
I can hear you now. Yeah, what were you saying?
I wasn't trying to say anything. My mic accidentally unmuted.
Oh, okay. Okay, so calculate her overtime pay. So overtime pay is going to be what? 7 multiplied by, like Brianna said, 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by what? Can we say $11 and what? 10 cents? So it's gonna be equal to 7 multiplied by $11 and 10 cents. It's gonna be
$77.70.
$77.70. Good. Good. And so that's our overtime pay. The last question, to sum it all up, and what would this question be without this question? Part E. Calculate a total pay. A total pay for the week. Calculate a total pay for the week. It's going to be, can y'all go? Okay, good. Calculate a total pay for the week. It's going to be what? We have the add, right?
Add 296 plus 77.7.
So $296. We're gonna add that to what?
$77.70.
$77
And 70 cents.
$77.70. And
Yes,
then
sir.
what's this? So 296.
$373.70.
You're on the roll today, Samantha.
Yes, sir.
Not just today, you typically always on the roll. So what you get when you add it, you get what? 374?
73.
$373.70.
And 70 cents. Very good. $373.70. 70 cents. So okay, so that's what we get when we add them together.
Oh, question, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Do you really think these people, it's actually get that 70 cents?
Oh yes. Yes,
You
every
didn't really
yes.
care about 70 cents.
Yes, yes. You in your paycheck, you do you wouldn't let me tell you something. If you don't have 5 cents inside the store, that could if you short 5 cents, they won't let you buy that bread. So you think
Telling
you
me after someone get paid, their paycheck has come with $370.70.
and 70 cents, yes, sir.
Child,
70 cents. Don't use the Lord's name in vain, but it's 70 cents. Listen, that's part of $1. You better keep it.
That's still money?
I'm not letting you take my 70 cents. No, sir. No, sirree. Definitely not. You can imagine if the company have 1,000 employees and each of them say, oh, I don't want the 70 cents. Do 70 cents times 1,000. See how
I
much
mean,
money
the
that
people
is.
still, I mean, they getting their money back, you know.
How?
They want the 70 cents. I mean, the people, the company getting their money back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. They get any money back either way. All right, so we're gonna do grade exercise number 1. This should be simple. Or so let's change the names. Are y'all finished with that first slide?
And the last one.
And the last one?
No, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Petit,
Mm-hmm.
it's 700.
700? What you mean?
$700.
For what?
70 cents times 1,000.
$700, right? I'm not letting you keep no $700. All right, let me know when y'all finish so we can move on to the grade exercise.
So, but did you say the graded exercise is next?
That's next.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Can I
Go
be
ahead.
excused for a minute, please?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Your screen is black for me.
You can't see it?
That's been blocked for me too.
Okay, how about now?
I can see it now.
Okay, good. So I'm going to put this slide inside the chat. I can't believe it's already 7:26. Where did time go? I do not know, but it went. So we have to move on to the grade exercise. If you are not finished with the slide is inside the chat. All right. I don't know. I don't think we can get through all of these. I think we only could only do 2. What time is it? 7:27. Yeah, it's kind of impossible. Okay, we just could do 2 for the grade exercise. Just do 2 of these. Tomorrow we're gonna do the rest. So tomorrow we're gonna do the other one. So the grade exercise, we're just gonna do a ratio problem, and then a simple interest problem. And that's it. We're not gonna do the higher purchase ones. So just the ratio and simple interest, because we don't have enough time. Okay, good. So 2 problems. How can I move this? The first one is about Sean, Serrano, Lionel, these 3 individuals. Very similar to the first question we had. That's the first question. And then the second one is on simple interest. That is, we're not going to use Rashad, we're going to use another person. We don't need this. Okay, good. So I think we're ready. It's going to be simple interest on this side, ratio on this side. Okay, good. Okay, so for number 2, let's say that Jeremiah borrowed, let's say not 5,000, let's say he borrowed 7,000 from the bank. Let's say it's gonna be for 3 years. Say that interest is 6%. How much interest is Jeremiah charge? And the total amount that he must repay to the bank. So just those 2 questions for the interest of time. Sean, Serrano, and Lionel shared 27,000 in a ratio 2 to 3 to 4 respectively. Calculate the amount of money that Lionel received. Calculate Sean's share, and then calculate Serrano's share. Jeremiah borrowed 7,000
Mr.
from the bank.
Petit, you could bring the first one over some more, please.
Which one? This first one, second one?
The first one, ratio.
Over? Like to this side?
Yes, sir, because I can't see it.
What, are you using your phone?
Yes, I can see it now. Why you put it? Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. Where's Malia? Malia Rule, where are you?
I'm here.
You understand how we got our answers for all 4?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And where is Waterfall? Waterfall, what number you on?
Number 1A.
1A. Tyrone, do you have any questions for me? Tyrone, where's Tyrone? I can't hear from Tyrone. Is Tyrone talking? Tyrone, are you there? He was there. Gone. Deanna Ferguson, what number you on?
I'm on 1A.
You're on 1A, okay. Tegan Hudson, what number you on? Tegan Hudson, what number you on?
She answered it.
Thank you. 1A. Okay, thank you, Tegan. What happened, Tegan? What happened to your mic? And where is I have a lot of background noise. Okay, I understand. Okay, Tatum Major, what number you on?
I have.
You have what?
I still doing the homework.
Tatum. What I keep on telling you about that? You have to find a way to balance. My class start at 6 o'clock. You either do your homework before my class or after class. It's either that or you can't be a part of the classes because you too busy. So you and your parent have to find a way to find a balance. You can't be doing your homework in my class. Otherwise, what's the point of coming to class? Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
So you have to find a balance, but you cannot be doing that work in my class. Okay, where is Tanaz Forbes? Tanaz, what number you on? Tanaz Forbes? Where's Tanaz? That's a good question. Yana from Tanaj. Where's Talia? Talia, what number you on? What, Talia? No, Talia. Stene Penniman, what number you on, Stene?
1B.
1B. Do you have any questions for me, or you understand how to do it?
I understand.
That's good. Where's your brother?
Down with my Grammy.
Okay. Is he always there, or he lives with you?
He's going down there to do his classes. So not too many people could be on the same Wi-Fi, but he lives with me.
Oh, okay, okay. I understand. I understand. Somaya, where's Somaya? Somaya? Can't hear from Somaya. Shekinah, Kalma, what number you on?
1B.
1B. You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shatney, what number you on?
I'm on 1C.
1C. And Shion, what number you on?
1B. 1B.
1B. Okay. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Shannon, what number you on? Shannon Rule. Where's Shannon Rule? Shannon Rule, are you there?
Excuse me, can you explain number 1A again, please?
Who's that? Who's that asking?
Demetria.
Number 1A. Do you have the example?
Yes, sir.
Okay, use the example to answer it. But I can't spoon feed you. I just explained it. So you have to use the example and try it on your own first, and then we could go over it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Samantha Taylor, what number are you on?
I'm finished. I'm sending them to you right now.
Okay, you finish. Anyone else finish? Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. So Dal Smith, what number are you on?
Along with the note?
Yeah, send the notes as well. Send the notes as well. So Dal Smith, what number are you on?
I am on 2A.
2A, good. So Bria, what number are you on?
I'm on 2B.
2B. Okay, good. Omari, what number are you on?
2A, sir.
2A. No, not Omari. Omari. Omari, what number are you on? And Joseph, what number are you on?
Joseph, you mean me?
Yeah, Reagan.
I am on 2B.
2B. Rashid Forbes, where's Rashid Forbes? Rashid Forbes, what number are you on? Where's Rashid Forbes? Rashid says he is on number 1B. Randisha Missick? Randisha Missick, what number are you on?
I'm on number 2A.
Randisha, do you send me the notes? Because I don't see any notes from you.
I've been sending notes for a while. I don't know if I have the right number.
What's your number? Or what's the number you sent it?
Right.
What's the number you sent it to?
805-9133.
Interesting.
Good, Mr. Petit. I'm about to send a note.
And you send your notes to this number? I don't have, this ain't have no, this ain't sent, nothing is sent to this. It says message was deleted.
I'll try to send off my next one then.
Yeah, so the number is 426-8891. Where is Felicity Wallace? What number you on, Felicity?
2B.
2B. Aranique Forbes. Aranique Forbes, what number you on, Aranique? Where's Aranique? Aranique, what number you on? 2B? Okay. Naya, what's your smart score?
I'm moving on to another thing right
Another one?
now.
Okay. And so you just finished one. How much you finished so far?
So I've finished 5. I'm moving on to 6.
Well, that's quick. Very good. Nivea Garden, what number you on?
I just sent my work in to you.
Okay, good. Nevaeh Wallace, where's Nevaeh Wallace? Nevaeh Wallace, where are you?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
1.
One what?
1A.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nathan Higgs, where's Nathan Higgs? Nathan Higgs, what number are you on, Nathan? Nathan Higgs, and then I can't have from Nathan. Nakari Roberts, Nakari, what number are you on?
2A.
2A. Michael, are you done, Michael?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Mark, where's Mark?
Erasure.
You still haven't sent in your work from yesterday.
Yes, sir, I did.
You did? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And how about today? Did you send in your work? Or are you almost
No,
finished?
sir, not yet. I almost finished.
All right. For those who are new and for those who are here, make sure who were here before, make sure send in your notes as well as the written assignment. Malik Rule, what number you on?
I am finished, sir.
Okay, that's good. Did you send in the work?
Yes, sir.
Good. Natalia, what number you on?
I sent my work to you already, Mr. Petit.
Okay, good. And Kyle Williamson, what number you on?
1C, sir.
Okay, and Kingston. Kingston, what's your smart score is, Kingston?
For what?
Say it again.
I say for what you mean, like specifically?
Your smart score, because you're doing the test, right? The quizzes.
Yes, sir.
What your smart score
Well,
say?
I got 87.
87? That's
Yes,
what you want
sir.
right now? That's what you want right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Remember to take a screenshot of your final grade.
Yes, sir.
Kevin, what is your what number you on? Kevin, where's Kevin? Kevin, what number you on?
What's up?
What number you on?
I'm finished. I didn't send you my work.
Okay, that's good. Kennedy, what your smart score is? Kennedy? Where's Kennedy?
Yes, sir.
What your smart score is?
54.
54. You want a new one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have any questions for me?
No, sir.
You're just struggling. Or you getting it?
Everybody, yes, sir.
Okay. And where are we? Where are we? Kiajane Bethel. Where's Kiajane Bethel? Where's Kiajane? Kiajane Bethel, are you there? Where's Kiajane? Kmar, what number are you on?
1C.
1C. Casey Hamilton, what number you on?
I'm on number 2B.
2B. Okay, and Wanaz Russell? Or Wanaz Russell, are you there? Can't hear from him. Juan, what's your smart score is?
91.
91. Okay. Javin Moss, what you working on?
I send my work to you already.
Send your work. Jalen, how about you? Jalen. Where's Jalen? Where's Jalen? Can't hear from Jalen.
Hello.
Javette.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jalen. What number you on?
Number 1C.
Oh, 1C. Are you writing down the questions and the answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. J Bears, what number you on?
I'm finished. I just finishing the notes previous before that, but I finished the work.
Mr. Petit, I finished. I sent it to you.
Okay, good, perfect. So your sister don't come to this class no more, or she don't have no time.
No, sir. She be treated a lot.
Okay.
But she's still coming.
Still coming. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyone want to volunteer to do number 1? Do I have any volunteers for number 1? Number 1A.
Me.
Jevin, no, you already did one. Already did one.
Can I do one, Mr. Petit?
Go ahead, Latalia. Where is Demetria? Demetria, Edgecombe? Where's Demetria?
Right here.
Okay, did you attempt number 1?
I am number 2A.
Okay, did you attempt number 1?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're gonna explain how to do it, and let me know if you got the same answer. All right, let's go ahead, Natalia.
How do you pronounce his name?
Sean.
Sean
Serrano.
Serrano and Leon shared
Lionel
shared 2,700 in the quantity in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4 respectively.
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 Mm-hmm.
A, calculate the amount of money that Leon received.
Lionel
received.
Why you keep on butchering these person's name? But you don't want them to have their right pronunciation. What happened? All right, go ahead.
1 equal part equals 2,700 divided by 2 plus 3 plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
The next equal part would be 1 equal part equals to 2,700 divided by 9.
And what's your answer?
1 equal part equals to 300.
Very good. And what else after that?
And then the last equal part, that's it. And then Lionel received 4 times 300 will give you 1,200.
So you multiply 4 by what?
300.
Okay, why did you use 4?
Because that's what I got after I divided 2,700 by 9.
No, why did you use 4? Not why did you use 300? Why did you use 4?
Oh, because since Lionel is the last person in the ratio, he gets 4. His number was 4, so you have to times by 4.
Very good. And we use by 300 because it's 1 equal part. So 4 times 300 is
1,200.
very good. 1,200. 1,200. Good. Perfect. Anyone got 1,200? Anyone got 1,200?
Yes, sir.
I did.
Very good. How about you, Demetria? Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Good. And so we're gonna get Sean's share.
Calculate Sean's share. So 2 times 300 will give you 600.
Very good. So 2 times what? 300?
Yes, sir.
It's gonna give us 600. And that's gonna be that. And then calculate Serrano's share. It's gonna be what?
Serrano's share would be 3 times 300 will give you 900.
3 times. Why use 3?
Because Serrano number is 3, so you're gonna use 3.
Very good. So 3 times 300 is gonna be 900. Very good. Did anyone get all of number 1 right?
Me.
Yes.
Very
I
good.
did.
Yes, sir.
I did.
Very good. Very good. For number 2, we have anyone want to volunteer to do number 2? Do we have any volunteers?
I can go, Mr. Petit.
Okay, go ahead, Casey.
Jeremiah borrows 7,000 from the bank for 3 years at 6% simplest interest per annum. Calculate A, how many interest Jeremiah is charged.
Mm-hmm.
So for the simple interest, we write down the formula with P times T over 100. And the simplest interest, the principal would be 7,000 times the R, which is the rate would be 6, and the time would be 3 over 100.
So we have simple interest is gonna be principal times rate times time, right?
That's all.
And you say the principal is what?
7,000.
7,000. The rate is what?
6.
The rate is 6. Time is what?
3.
3. Very good. All over?
100.
All over 100. Are we gonna cancel?
Yes, sir. We're going to cancel out the 2 zeros out of the 100 and the 2 zeros out of the 7,000.
Leaving us with what?
It will leave us with 70 times 6 times 3 over 1.
Very good. So simple interest is going to be 70 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 3 is going to be what?
1,260.
Very good. 1,260. And so that's going to be our answer for that. That's the simple interest. Probably right. Did anyone else get 1,260?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
I did.
Good. That's the simple interest. Now we need to figure out the total amount that he must repay.
We're gonna add 7,000 and 1,260, and we're gonna get 8,260.
So you're saying add the principal plus the interest, right?
Yes, sir.
So 7,000 plus 1,260 is gonna be equal to
8,260.
8,260. All right. All right, good. Did anyone get all right? I talking about number 1 and number 2?
I did.
I did.
All right. Okay. Only 4 persons got all right. Anyone else got all right? Let me know if you got all
I
right.
got all right.
Okay, if you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. Let us know what you got. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. If you got 2 wrong, put N. Again, if you got 1 right, sorry, if you got all right, put I. If you got 1 wrong, put N. If you got 2 wrong, sorry, if you got 1 wrong, put Y. And if you got 2 wrong, put N. Let me know how you all did. You know how you all did. All right, let's see. Very good, Kvet. Very good, Nakari. Bri, very good, Egypt, Shekinah. Gilbriana, Kevin. Rashid, Demetria. Bethany, very good. Bri. Casey, very good. Shannon. Shadney. Amaranique, what you keep on getting wrong? Renee Russell. Darnique, Waterfall, very good. Shion, Ciara, Aliana. Michael Tatum, Tegan, Tyrone. Sidel, Brianna. I don't see Joseph Culmer answering inside the chat. Where's Joseph Culmer? Why are you not answering inside the chat? Joseph Culmer is not answering. Rose is not answering. Kyle, where's Kyle? Kyle is not answering inside the chat.
Yes, sir.
Why are you not answering inside the chat?
I did answer this one.
What did you put? What letter did you put?
I got I did accidentally press F, but I got
You got all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and who else I didn't see? Akiro. There's Akiro. Akiro, I need you to answer inside the chat, please. What did you get? Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right, so today is Wednesday, so that means that we're gonna do math and English. So I need everyone to turn their attention to the screen. We're gonna be doing English, right? So if you're doing English, then definitely you can start now. So let's begin. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, the 31st of what? January. This is the last day of 2024. The last day of January of 2024. The subject is, of course, English language. And so our theme has generally been on essays, essay writing, how to write a good essay. The last time we talked about 4 main components to writing a good essay, or the things that we as examiners look at when we are marking your work or grading your scripts. Anyone can remember? It's 4 main things I tell y'all. Anyone can remember one of them? One of the 4? Material. Very good. What else? Style. What else?
Accuracy.
Accuracy. And one more.
Structure.
And structure. Very good. So under material, we ask the questions like, is it mature? Is it interesting? Right? Those are the questions. Is it up to par? Under style, we ask, does it have stylistic devices? And then under accuracy, we ask, is it grammatically correct? And then finally, under structure, we're talking about paragraphs, structure, and all them stuff, right? Is it organized properly? So today we're going to be looking at, and then one of the things that we mentioned as we were going through the grading criteria, one of the things that we mentioned was definitely having a variation of sentences. So we mentioned about having sentence variety, and today we're going to be looking at the 4 types of sentences. So 4 types of sentences. And when you had a topic 4 types of sentences, what do you think I'm going to be talking about?
Interrogative.
Exclamatory.
Exclamative, and declarative.
And declarative. Okay. Anyone else have any idea what we're going to be talking about when we say the 4 types of sentences?
Simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, compound complex sentence.
Okay. Say it again, Namira.
Simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentence.
Very good. Those are the 4. So that's what we're going to head today. So we're going to be talking about the 4 types of sentences, not the regular ones that we typically know. I think we did that last semester. The interrogative, declarative, imperative, and exclamatory. But we're going to be looking at the simple, compound, complex, and compound complex, and really breaking it down and talking about how do we identify them, right? So let's get to this quickly because we only have a limited time. So there are 4 types of sentences, right? What are the 4 types? Simple, compound, what else? Simple, compound,
complex,
and what? Compound, complex. So those are your 4 types of sentences. All right, your 4 types. So let's first start off with simple sentences. So just before we add using a variety, right, of these types of sentences enhance what? Enhance your writing, right? So let's begin with the first type of sentence, which are simple sentences. When we say simple sentences, how do we define that? What do we mean by simple sentence? Like, how do you know if a sentence is simple? Any idea? No one?
Where is boring and dry?
Boring and dry? No.
And it don't have a subject or a verb, I think.
A sentence that
then
independent clause.
say it again.
A sentence that has one independent clause.
It has one independent clause. Okay. So it's a simple sentence have one main idea. Okay, so simple sentences have one main idea. And or like Chardonnay adequately says, one independent clause. So simple sentences have one main idea. Usually, there is one verb only, all right? Now that's a typical thing. Usually there's only one verb, although sometimes there are two verbs joined by a conjunction, or a main verb and a helping verb. So the sentences below, let's give two sentences. The sentences below are all simple sentences. So, and this is each make what? Each make total sense by themselves, right? And that's very important. It's one independent clause. Okay, so the first one is going to be few Bahamians recognize the name Blind Blake. Now, can someone tell me what is the verb in the sentence? What's the verb?
Recognize.
Recognize. Very good. Recognize. That's the verb. Recognize. Few Bahamians recognize the name Blind Blake. Next one. He developed his musical skills at an early what? At an early age. What's the verb in this sentence?
Develop.
Developed. Very good. Developed. So these both are examples of what type of sentences? Simple sentences. Why are they simple? Because they have one main idea, one clause, one independent clause. All right. So if you try to separate any of these sentences into two main ideas that make total sense, you will not succeed. All right. Unless you add words of your own. Right. However, that's not the case with compound sentences. So with simple sentences, It's only one main idea. Even if you try to separate this sentence into two, it won't work. Like, because it's only one thing it's actually saying. Few Baymanes recognized the name Blind Blake. He developed his musical skills at an early age, right? So it's only one main thing that you're talking about, right? But it's not the same. It's not the same as. It's not the same as compound sentences. So let's continue with compound sentences. So the first one, call this capital A, is simple sentences. The second one, call this capital B. You can call that one compound sentences. Now, compound sentences contain two or more what?
Independent clauses.
Yes, two or more main ideas or what? Clauses, right? They are formed by what? By combining two simple sentences together using, how do we combine two independent clauses the right way? When we learned this last year, how do we combine two independent clauses together the right way? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna use? We could use a
Conjunction.
We could use a conjunction. Very good. We use a conjunction such as and, as, but, so, for, yet, right? There's another way that we could combine them. We could use what?
Commas. Use a commas.
No, you don't want to use a comma. If you use a comma, then it'll be a comma splice. We could use a
Semicolon.
Semicolon. Very good. So they are formed by combining two simple sentences together using a conjunction, such as and, but. So, for and yet. Sometimes a semicolon. Sometimes a semicolon may be used. So what's the definition of a compound sentence? A compound, not a simple one, a compound sentence. What is a definition of a compound sentence?
Two independent clauses combined together using a conjunction.
Very good. Oh my goodness, you said that like a linguist. Very good. A compound sentence is used by combining two or more simple sentences together. Right. Well, let's say two simple sentences. When you combine two simple sentences together, you get a compound sentence. Now, how could we combine them together? We use a conjunction, or we could use a what? A semicolon. All right.
What about a transition word like therefore?
Therefore, how would you say that? See, you use therefore at the beginning of a new sentence, so that wouldn't be combining them. If you understand what I mean. So you would say a sentence, period. Then you would say therefore, da 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 da, or however, da 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 da. But you wouldn't combine two independent clauses with a transitional word. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah. Unless you're using a conjunction like but, or and, or so, or for, or yet. So let's use an example. So an example of a simple compound sentence is at first, Blind Blake played the ukulele, but he later mastered just about every string instrument. Good. So why do you think that this one is a
Mr. Patik, is blind or blind Blake?
Blind Blake? Thank you. At first, Blind Blake played the ukulele, but he later mastered just about every string instrument. Can someone tell me the conjunction that is used inside of this sentence?
But.
But, very good. Now, but is used to combine two independent clauses. What is the first independent clause?
At first, Blind Blake played the ukulele.
Very good. At first, Blind Blake played the ukulele. It was the second independent clause.
He later mastered just about
every string instrument.
Very good. So hopefully you can see that this compound sentence is made up of two independent clauses. It's made up of two simple sentences. The first one, at first, Blind Blake played the ukulele. And the second one is he later mastered just about every string instrument. So what are we doing here? We are combining two simple sentences together. What does that mean? That means that we could literally split these two independent clauses. We could split them into two sentences, right? We don't have for a compound sentence, we could actually split it into two because it has two or more main ideas. In this case, it has two main ideas. So you see how it's different than the simple sentence? So for the simple sentence, you just have one main idea. He developed his musical skills at an early age. Or we say few Bahamians recognize the name Blind Blake. That is one main idea, right? One main idea, one sentence. And we can't break that apart. But for compound sentences, we could break it apart into two sentences. So let's do one more. So let's say he made contributions. He made contributions. Or let's say he made many contributions. Let's say that. He made many contributions to younger musicians for he opened the door, or he opened doors that probably would still have been closed today. Okay, so look at the second sentence, right? What type of sentence is this one? The second one. What type of sentence is this? This one right now. What type of sentence is that? Anyone can answer?
A compound
sentence.
Oh, very good. A compound sentence. What is the conjunction that is used to combine the two clauses together?
For.
Very good. For. So let's underline that. For he opened the doors, right? For he opened the doors that probably would have still been closed today. Good. Now, so we have, what is the first independent clause that we have? The first one. In the sentence. What's the first one?
He made many contributions to the younger musicians.
Very good. He made many contributions to the younger musicians. What was the second one?
Well, he opened doors that probably would still have been closed today.
Very good. But don't include the for. Just he opened doors. So as you can see, the compound sentence is made up of two simple sentences. All right. And let me use red. So the first one, at first blind, but he played the ukulele. That could be a sentence on its own. And the other one, he mastered just about every string instrument. That could be another sentence on its own. So as you can see, the compound sentence is made up of, like I said, two or more simple sentences. All right. Good. Now inside the chat, this is something for everyone to do. Inside the chat, I need you to write this. Everyone needs to participate in this. Inside the chat, I need you to write one simple sentence and one compound sentence. Put inside the chat for me, please. One simple sentence and one compound sentence. All right. You have to label them. So you have to say simple sentence, colon, and then give your simple sentence, and then compound sentence, colon, then give your compound sentence. But I need you to, inside the chat, give me an example of a simple sentence and give me an example of a compound sentence inside the chat. Yes, we can. I need everyone to answer, please. Inside the chat, give me an example of a simple sentence and give me an example of a compound sentence. All right, put your answers inside the chat, please. Let me see what we have. Simple sentence and then a compound sentence. Put your answers inside the chat, please. Brianna Rose, simple sentence. The girl ran into her bedroom. Very good. Simple sentence. I remember putting up the dishes. Very good. Simple sentence. I rode my bike all the way to school today. Very good. So simple sentence just has one main idea. Simple sentence. Amarnik, Mary completed her work on time. Very good. Right. The horse jumped over a trip wire. Okay. Simple sentence. They ran. That's supposed to be they ran, Tyrone. They ran to the baseball park. Simple sentence. She brought his brother a brand new gaming console. She brought his, okay, very good. Simple sentence. Simple sentence. The boy walked outside. Compound sentence. The boy walked outside because his mother was calling him. Simple. I can run faster than you. Compound. I am going to the clinic for I have ran out of milk. I have ran out of milk. All right. Again, put your simple sentence inside the chat and then put your compound sentence inside the chat. My muscle ache from the gym today. My muscle aches. Veronique, my muscle aches from the gym today. Compound sentence. He has a dog, but he has a cat too. Make sure I put a period. So remember when you're writing your sentences, make sure capitalize the first letter and make sure end with a good punctuation. Very good examples of compound and simple sentences. Put them inside the chat. I'm going to put this picture inside the chat for you, for those who are not finished with this. But we need to finish writing this down. So the next type of sentence is going to be complex sentences. So this one is going to be complex sentences. So complex sentence. So complex sentence. So complex sentences. Okay, so complex sentences. So complex sentences. Complex sentences are sentences with one main idea. With one main idea or clause, right? That is also known. That is also known. Also known as an independent clause, as an independent or principal clause. And one or more dependent clauses. Okay, so a complex sentence, it has a one main idea or one main clause. We call that the independent or principal clause, and it has one or more dependent clause. The main clause is the part that could stand on its own, and that makes total sense. The dependent clause is the part of the sentence that doesn't make total sense on its own. So remember from last year, we dealt with independent and dependent clauses. Remember, independent clauses could stand on their own, but dependent clauses cannot stand on their own, right? Y'all remember that? So when we say that we have a complex sentence has one main idea, one independent clause, and it also has one or more dependent clauses, right? So independent clauses could stand on their own. Independent clauses cannot stand on their own. So words such as although, after, before, since, unless, which, when, where, who, until are usually attached to dependent clauses. So let me give you an example of a complex sentence. So let's give an example. Let's do an example of a complex. So remember, complex sentence has one independent and the other one is a dependent. All right. Compound sentence is made up of two independent clauses, but complex is made up of one independent and the other one is dependent. So let's continue. So we can say blind Blake found steady employment at the Royal Victoria Hotel, where he spent 30 years entertaining tourists. All right, so what's the name of the word that connects these two together? To say blind Blake found steady employment at the Royal Victoria Hotel, where he spent 30 years entertaining the tourists. So what connects both of these clauses together? Where, very good. And so where is what's going to start this independent clause, where he spent 30 years entertaining tourists. And so this is going to be a complex sentence. Why is a complex sentence? Because remember, complex sentences has a independent clause and a dependent clause. Dependent clause typically start off with what? Although, after, before, since, that, which, unless, where, in this case, where, who, and until. Okay, so that's how you can know. But for compound sentences, we usually start off with, we usually have in the middle like but and so for yet. All right. Okay, so that's what we mean. That's the difference. So that's a complex sentence. So this part is the independent clause and the other part is the dependent clause. Okay. So this part right now is the independent clause right now. And the other part is the dependent clause. Okay. And then the last type that I would talk about is the part D. The last type is going to be the compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence. So simple sentences, they stand on their own, right? Compound sentences, two independent clauses combined with a conjunction. Complex sentence, independent clause along with a dependent clause. One could stand on its own, the other one can't stand on its own. But when we start talking about compound complex sentences, does anyone know what we mean by that? Compound complex sentence, what do you think? Anyone have any idea? Compound complex. What do you think it's gonna be? Compound complex, what that's gonna be? Anyone have an idea? No one? Shadney, you know?
Pardon me?
Compound complex sentence. You have an idea what we mean by that?
I believe you use two independent clauses and one dependent clause.
Say it again.
I think you should use two independent clauses and one dependent clause.
Very good. So sentences these sentences have two.
Are they joined by a conjunction?
Well,
complex compound sentence.
Yeah, they are joined. Remember, if you have, it's like combining. Remember compound sentences, right? How we combine them? We combine it with the conjunction like and, but, so, whatever, right? But then when we go to complex sentences, we combine them with words like where and who and unless and stuff like that. So it'll have like two of them in it. So it'll have like the but and it'll also have like the where. Or it'll have the so and it'll have like the unless. Or it'll have the yet and it'll have like the until. So it'll have whatever combines the compound sentences, it'll have that. And also have which combines the complex sentences. So let me give you an example. So let's first define it. So sentences have two or more mean independent clauses. And how do we combine these independent clauses? We combine independent clauses with what? Conjunctions, right? The conjunctions we talk about in compound sentences. The but, the so, the and, the for, and the yet. So sentences have two or more mean independent clauses. And one or more dependent clauses. So we're gonna have, let me make this smaller so we got more space. Okay, good. So let me give you an example of a compound complex sentence. It's gonna have an independent, it's gonna have at least two independent clauses and then one or more dependent clauses. Remember, independent clause could stand on its own, dependent clause can't stand on its own. So let's give an example of this. Let's say that Blind Blake wrote numerous numerous songs. If we stop here, what do we call this? I need y'all to answer me now. If we stop here, what do we call this?
Simple
sentence.
We call this a simple sentence. If we stop here, it's called a simple sentence or a independent what?
Clause.
Independent clause. So this right here is one independent clause. Blind Blake wrote numerous songs. That's one independent clause, right? Good. The next one says, yet, right? Yet. So we're going to use right there one. You see, yet. Since we use yet, we're going to add another independent clause. All right. So yet many foreigners, let's say, yeah, or let's say many foreign producers, managers, and related professionals yet many foreign producers, managers, and related professionals who read on artists over the Caribbean.
I can't see another slide, Mr. Petit.
Okay, I can enlarge it. Over the Caribbean, registered some of these songs as their own. Okay, so let's break this down. Can I increase the font? Increase the font, okay. Okay, so let's break this down. So this right here is a complex sentence. What it says, Blind Blake wrote numerous songs, yet many foreign producers, managers, and related professionals who preyed on artists over the Caribbean registered some of these songs as their own. Oh, use the wrong there. As their own. Okay, so let's break this down. So in the sentence, the dependent clause sits right in the center of the second independent clause. Okay, so Blind Blake wrote numerous songs. That's the first independent clause. Yet many foreign producers, managers, and related professionals who preyed on artists over the Caribbean registered some of these songs as their own. So this part right there, this is right there. No, let me move that. So what is the independent clause? The independent clause is right there. Blind Blake wrote many numerous songs. That's the first independent clause, right? The second independent clause is actually this one. Many foreign producers registered some of these songs as their own. That is the independent clause. Many foreign producers and managers and related professionals, all that, registered some of these songs as their own. And the dependent clause, remember, dependent clause usually start off with who, where, until, since, that, unless, and stuff like that. So this right here is what? That's going to be the dependent clause in the middle there. All right. So this sentence has how many independent clauses? The one in red is the independent clauses. So it has 2 independent clauses, but 1 dependent clause. And so that's why it's a compound, complex sentence. So Blind Blake wrote many numerous songs. That's the first independent clause. Many foreign producers, managers, and related professionals registered some of these songs as their own. That's the second independent clause. And then it says, who preyed on artists of over the Caribbean? That's a dependent clause because it doesn't stand on its own, right? Who preyed on artists over the Caribbean? It doesn't stand on its own, so it's not a independent clause. It's just a dependent clause. Okay, good. So Naya, what is a simple sentence? Naya?
A sentence with one clause.
Sentence with one clause. Very good. Amaranik, what is a compound sentence?
A sentence with two or more main ideas.
A sentence with two or more main ideas. Very good. Rai, what is a complex sentence?
They are sentences with one main idea, also known as an independent or principal clause, and one or more dependent clauses.
Very good. And Dion, what do we call compound complex sentences?
A sentence that have two or more main independent clause and
Very
one
good.
dependent clause.
Very good. Okay, good. So now that we know the difference, let's do an exercise on it. So let me put this inside the chat so you can still have it. If you're still writing this down, I'm gonna put it inside the chat. If you're still writing it down, I'm gonna put it inside the chat because we're gonna move on to the next slide. Okay. So for this one, you do not have to write down the sentence. I repeat, for this one, you do not have to write down the sentence. Just write simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. Do y'all understand that? You do not have to write down the sentence because it's going to take you all forever to write down these sentences. And we do not have forever. So you're just going to write down simple, complex, compound, or compound complex. So instructions. Oh, by the way, write down the instructions as well. Identify each. Let me just say label. Label the sentence structure, the sentence. Simple, compound, or complex, or compound complex. Again, do not write down the sentence, only write down either complex, compound complex, or compound. Okay, so the first sentence is the following: in New Providence, autumns. What do we mean by autumns? Don't bring much relief from the sweltering. What is autumns? What do you mean by autumns?
The leaves?
No. What is autumn?
Fall.
The fall, yeah, the fall of the unrelenting sun. So you're gonna write compound, simple, simple, complex, compound. You're gonna write simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. All right, that's the first one. Do not write down the sentence, only write down the answer. The next one, 2, JD. This particular day seemed hotter than July. Again, do not write down the question, just write down simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. Number 3, he could feel the sweat draining down the center of his back. Now, center is spelled with a R-E or E-R, depending on, it doesn't matter. Both of them are correct spellings. And his white shirt began to stick to his skin. Again, simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. When he stopped for a moment under the shade of a royal Poinciana. He allowed the little breeze that was passing quickly to blow on him and dry some of his sweat. JD placed his Macquarie's school bag on the
Excuse
dark.
me, Mr. D.
Uh-huh.
On B, you said you put hooter instead of hotter.
Where am I? D, when he stopped for a moment, the shade of
No. B.
B. Hooter. Okay, hotter. Thank you. Double T. Thank you. School bag on the dark, rich Fox Hill dirt. And he took his shirt out of his pants. Then lifting his arms and scratching them horizontally. He allowed the cool breeze to blow under his shirt and through the armholes. Again, write simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. F. He closed his eyes. G. When he got to Sandlands, he was soaked again, but there was still some time left before visiting hours. So he stood under the fig tree and repeated his ritual. Okay. So write simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. I need you to do this work, and then once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I also need a picture of your notes as well. Again, once you're finished with this, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I also need the picture of your notes as well. The only thing you're gonna write is.
Excuse me, Mr. D.
Uh-huh.
Can you go back? I want to
You
take a
wanna?
picture of the last sentence on the compound complex.
Yes, we can. Okay.
I got it.
Okay, good. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need you to write simple, compound, complex, or compound complex for the answer, whatever you think it's gonna be. All right. Aaliyah, what number you on?
F.
You on F? Not number, sorry, what letter? Renee Russell, what letter you on?
D.
D. Again, once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Natalia, what letter are you on?
E.
E. Okay. Sabria, what letter are you on?
I'm on F.
F. Okay, good. Tegan, what letter are you on? Where's Tegan? Tegan says C. Okay. Samantha, what letter are you on?
E.
E. Okay. Anyone finished? Is there anyone who is finished?
I am.
I'm finished.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm finished too, sir.
Okay, good. And Veronique, which one you on? B. Okay, good. All right. Once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Once you finish with your work, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. You're gonna label it simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. What you're gonna do. I need the picture of your notes as well as the grade exercise. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. All right. All right. Anyone else finish? Let me know if you're finished. Is there anyone else who's finished?
I am.
All right, good.
I'm finished, Mr. Petit.
Okay, that's good. All right. Let's go over the answers. You're ready, right? So let's go over the answers. Anyone want to try number one? You gotta read it.
10 minutes.
All right, go ahead, Taya. Read it for me.
Label the simple sentence. Simple, compound, complex, or compound complex. A. In New Providence, autumns don't bring much relief from the sweltering heat of the summers
Unrelenting sun.
Very good. What you have for that one?
Simple.
You have for that. You have simple. Does anyone else have simple for that?
Yes,
Anyone
sir.
else
do.
have simple
I
for that?
do.
Yes, it is simple. Why do y'all say it's simple? Why is it simple? It has what? One main idea. And you can't really break it apart. You can't break it apart into two separate stuff. Anyone want to do not number two. Anyone want to do B? I don't have any volunteers for B. No volunteers for B? So I have to call names then. Anyone for B?
Can I go again?
No, dear.
I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, letter B. To JD. This particular day seemed hotter than July.
Very good. To JD, this particular day seemed harder than July. What you have for this one?
I
One.
have simple.
Simple. Does anyone else have simple for number for B? Anyone else have simple?
Yes, sir.
I do.
Yes, sir.
I do.
Very good.
I do.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Good. My person's got two right already. Two right.
I did.
I got it.
Me.
Awesome. Awesome. Good.
B.
Perfect. Okay, now it's time to separate the sheep from the goat. Anyone want to do C?
I can try.
No one. You already been.
Me.
Chadney. Okay, go ahead. Now I have a special one for you.
Oh, no, thank you.
He could feel
Go ahead.
the
Go ahead, Chadney. Go ahead. Read it.
He could feel the sweat running down the center of his back, and his white shirt began to stick to his skin.
Good. What you have for that one?
Compound.
Compound. Does anyone else have compound?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I do.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, sir.
I
Very
do.
good. Good. It's compound. Why do you think it's compound?
Because that's the word
Because-
and.
uses a conjunction.
Yeah, because the conjunction and connects what? The two independent clauses, which is what? He could feel the sweat draining down the center of his back. Then we have and is there to connect the other independent clause which says his white shirt began to stick to his skin. So it's definitely a compound. All right. Okay, good. Veronica, you're saying something because your mic was open. I don't know if you're trying to say something.
No.
Okay. So this is compound. Anyone else got compound for this one?
I did.
Very good.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
But anyone want to try D? Have any volunteers for D?
Me.
One you already been. Someone who's been before. Amarnik, your mic is open, but you're not saying anything. I don't know if you want to try.
When he stopped for a moment under the shade of a royal poinsettia, he allowed the little breeze that was passing quickly to blow on him and dry some of his sweat.
Good. What do you think it says?
Compound complex.
Compound complex. Did anyone else put compound complex?
I did.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
I got complex.
You got complex. Okay. So what is it? What is it? Complex or compound complex?
Complex.
What is it?
put complex.
Complex. All right. Not compound complex. Interesting. All right. Let's decipher it. So it says when he stopped. What time is it? Okay, be up done. When he stopped for a moment under the shade of the royal poinsettia, what is that? Is that an independent clause or a dependent clause?
Dependent.
That's a what? That's a dependent. Why? Because it has what? It has when, right? We don't start independent clauses with when. So you have a dependent clause connected with a what? Independent clause, because it says he allowed the little breeze that was passing quickly to blow on him and dry some of his sweat. So when we have a dependent with a independent, what is that? That's what?
complex.
The complex. Very good. So D is complex. D is complex. Did anyone get that right?
I did.
I did.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
I
Very
did.
good. If you got it right, put a tick. If you got it wrong, make the correction.
Scared.
See, I was scared. Amanda said she was scared. Okay. Naya, I need you to do E. Oh boy.
Yes, JD placed his McCory school bag on the dark, rich Fox Hill dirt, and he took his shirt out of his pants. Then lifting his arms and stretching them horizontally, he allowed the cool breeze to blow under his shirt and through the armholes. I put compound complex for that one.
You put compound complex? Why you say compound complex?
Because there is, okay, JD placed his McCory school bag on the dark, rich Fox Hill dirt. That's a independent clause. And he took his shirt out of his pants. That's a dependent clause.
No.
No, that's an independent clause
That's
as
another
well.
independent, yes.
So there's two independent clauses.
Good.
And then lifting his arms and stretching them horizontally, he allowed the cool breeze to blow under his shirt and through the armholes. That's a dependent clause?
It's not dependent. How do we start dependent clauses? Let me repeat myself on how we start dependent clauses. We start dependent clauses using when, where, until.
Oh, yes, sir.
Exactly those ones. So all of them here are independent.
All of them are independent?
Every last one. So it's what?
Compound?
It's a compound. So E is compound. E is compound because all of these are independent clauses connected either by a semicolon or by a conjunction. All right.
I put compound complex.
No, not because it's long. It's compound complex. All right. Did anyone get that right? Oh boy.
I got that. I got
Yes,
that.
sir.
Really? Okay, some people are listening. Remember, independent and dependent clauses, we connect them with words like although, after, before, since,
Yeah,
that,
it's
which,
a simple sentence.
where, when,
And
who,
G is a compound.
until, right? So F, everyone should get F. He closed his eyes. What is that?
Simple sentence.
Simple
Simple
sentence.
sentence.
Simple.
Who did not get this one? Who did not get this? Okay. There are crickets. Okay. I guess everyone did. And then G. Anyone want to do G? Have any volunteers for G? Going once, going twice.
I could go.
Go ahead, Nivea.
When he got to Sutherland, he was soaked again, but there was still some time left before visiting hours, so he stood under the fig tree and repeated his ritual.
Very good. This is definitely a what?
Compound sentence.
What is it?
Compound sentence.
Nope.
Compound complex.
Compound complex. All right,
I
compound.
get that one wrong. I got compound sentence.
No,
Yeah,
it's
wrong.
compound complex. That's the last one. I mean, we have all of them represented. We have the compound complex. Okay, so compound complex. Why is it a compound complex? Remember, the first clause, right? The first clause says what? When. If you start them off with when, you start in a dependent clause, right? So this one right here is dependent, isn't it? So when he got to Sandlands, he was soaked again. That's a dependent clause. But there was still some time before visiting hours. That right there. But there was still time before visiting hours. That's a what? That right there.
That's an independent sentence.
That's the independent one, yeah. Because we started off with but. So this one is independent, and then because we could leave it by itself. There was still some time before visiting hours. So he stood under the fig tree and repeated his ritual. That's another independent, right? So this is gonna be independent. So you have two independent clauses with one what? Dependent clause. So that is what? Compound, complex. Good. Did anyone get all right? All 7. Did anyone get all 7? Did anyone get all
Yes, sir.
7? Angel?
I
Kevin?
get one wrong, but I change it.
Okay. Anyone got one wrong? Anyone got one wrong?
I did.
Felicity?
did.
Okay. If you got all right, put I inside the chat. If you got one wrong, put Y. If you got 2 wrong, put N inside the chat. Let me see how we did. All right, put I. 1 wrong, put Y. 2 wrong, put N. Okay. If you got all right, put I. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. If you got 2 wrong, put N. Okay. Once you finish taking a picture of your work, you can leave. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to
Good
me
night.
via WhatsApp. Good
Good
night.
night, Mr. Pati.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr.
Good night. Good night.
Mr. Pate, can you send me
Good
this
night, Mr.
recording, please?
Petit.
Good night,
Send
Mr.
me.
Pati.
Good night. Send you what?
This recording?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna post it right after I uploaded it. Right after
Good night, Mr.
it
Pati.
converts. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Where's Ajani? Ajani, have you sent in your work yet? Where's Ajani?
No, sir.
Okay, so you need to send it.